First thing I'm having today is some egg bites that I made in the microwave with just vegetables and cottage cheese. I looked up an egg bite recipe, and yeah, you can make it with sour cream, but it's obviously going to be a little better for you with cottage cheese, I would imagine. So I used cottage cheese, and I just cut up a bunch of vegetables, added a tiny bit of salt and pepper, and it's actually really good. This is much better than I thought it would be, like flavor-wise. Plus, I just bought all these vegetables last night, so they're all really fresh and very tasty. I'm definitely gonna make this again. And I'm having a cup of pomegranate-ful. Pomegranate-ful is like a pomegranate tea. It's a white tea with pomegranate and apple. I think it's got raspberry leaf in it. It's really good. And I'm so glad they still have this tea. It's a delicious tea. I'll be back with my next cup. Hi friends, back with my next cup. That is my timer because my steep is all finished. I have a bit of Gorgeous Geisha here from T2, which is like a strawberry flavored green tea. And the strawberry is very light. It is not heavy on the strawberry, but the green tea itself is beautiful. It's a lovely sencha green tea, very green, very bright flavor. And I did add a tiny bit of this Manuka Dr. Honey. I just kind of dip it into the honey and coat the tip of the spoon. And that's really all you need, because this is pretty much, it's a smallish cup. It's like a 12-ounce cup, you know. So that's more than enough sweetness for me. Some people like more. I used to like more. I just started kind of using less and less, especially with iced drinks. For some reason, I kind of like to taste the flavors more. You can taste more like the floral notes and the fruity notes and the layers and the tea itself. When I used a lot more sweetener, I felt like it kind of muted a lot of the flavors that I was trying to get out of the tea. So that's such a beautiful tea. The berry flavor doesn't really overwhelm the taste of the tea itself, and that's what I really love about this cup. T2, Gorgeous Geisha, really good. And you can kind of taste the floral in the honey as well. The honey has a really, you know, a floral kind of flavor to it. So, I just made the best beef, it's like a white rice and beef recipe with cut up avocado on the side and like green onions on the top. It was a super easy recipe. I found it on YouTube, and it was just like saute garlic and onions and, you know, soy sauce and it was just a wonderful recipe. I would definitely make that again. I made a bunch of white rice to kind of meal prep for the week, so I had that. And I was thinking, what can I add to it? Anyways, very filling, and I love having a cup of green tea after some really filling dish. Anything with white rice, I love to have a cup of green tea afterwards. It's just very kind of like refreshing and soothing after. So this is my cup. I will see you for the next one, which might be my bedtime tea. I don't know, probably not, but let's wait and see. What am I gonna have next? Hi guys! For my next tea, I am having this fabulous coconut cream pu'er from Old Barrel Tea Company. This is so good and so creamy and just delicious. This tea is really good with a little tiny bit of honey in it, or a maple syrup, or a little, like a drop of cream. It is really luxurious. The taste is so good though that you can have it with nothing in it, and it still really has that creaminess from the coconut. It's also got little slivers of almond in it. Let's check out these ingredients. It has pu'er tea, coconut, almonds, cacao shells, natural flavors, and contains tree nuts and coconut, obviously. But the pu'er tea is really rich and flavorful. See how dark that color is? Look at how beautiful that is. This is a delicious breakfast tea. If you just want some really nice, dark, bold, flavorful tea, I highly recommend this one. I have a bunch of things to do tonight, so I'm going to be sitting on the laptop for a while trying to get a bunch of things done, and so I wanted to have a nice, bold cup of tea before I get into all that. Let me know if you've tried this tea before, or if you've tried any of the teas from Old Barrel Tea Company and what you think of them. Shout out to As the Tea Brews. She's the one whose videos I watch on a regular basis, and if it weren't for her, I never would have heard of Old Barrel Tea Company, and I really like their teas, and I especially love their honeys. Thank you very much to As the Tea Brews. Stacy, you're the best. I'll see you for my next cup. Oh yes, I did. I wasn't gonna make myself a lovely dinner earlier without thinking of dessert, and I really didn't want to like make an actual dessert, so I decided to make matcha my dessert. So I made the white chocolate crackle matcha. I had to do it. So this is it. It's got white chocolate with coconut in it, melted inside the cup, and I used barista coconut milk. So let's see. Let's get the crackle going. Oh yes, it's crackling. So you put it, the melted chocolate, you kind of coat the inside of the cup with it, and then put it in the freezer, and then once it's solidified, you pour your iced matcha in there, or your matcha, and then add your milk, and there we go, it's crackling in. This is gonna be delicious. I can't even, oh my god. Oh my god. I don't even want to know how bad this is for me. And I literally don't even care, because that's so good. So I used the Barista Blend coconut milk, which a lot of times I just make my own coconut milk with a can of coconut milk. There's recipes where you can find that. And I use the Lindt coconut white chocolate. It's my favorite white chocolate for making any kind of like dessert or chocolate covered strawberries or anything like that. And then I used the David's Tea Strawberry Matcha, which they still have on the site. Sometimes it comes and goes, but this is it. Really good, very refreshing, really nice flavored matcha. It is a little sweet, so a lot of times I'll add my own straight matcha to this. There's a really nice one I got from I forget the name of it. I got it in one of my Sips By subscriptions, one of my monthly subscriptions. I'll try to find the name of it. It was like Shangri-La matcha or something. And it was a really nice, a beautiful bright matcha, and very reasonably priced for an organic matcha. I thought for a ceremonial matcha, it was really bright green and beautiful flavor, not bitter, made in Japan. Just a wonderful, wonderful matcha. So I will try to find the name and I'll link it in the description. But I will probably see you for my bedtime tea, and that might be it for today. Hey, tea nerds. Back again with another cozy cup. So this time I decided to brew up a cup of Bird and Blend's tea and toast. And this one is like, this tea does for you as an adult what Mr. Rogers did for you as a child. It just made you feel at home and comfortable and all those wonderful things. So I made this in my little tea for one. I got this on eBay, I think. It's a really old David's tea for one. I think these came in white and gray. I found this one in green, which is really cute. And this is the tea and toast blend. It's Indian Assam black tea, Kenyan black tea, hibiscus, freeze-dried raspberry, apple pieces, rose hips, cornflowers, and natural berry flavoring. I think it's red berry flavoring. Okay, I only have enough for one more cup left, so really good. It tastes like raspberry jam and black tea. This doesn't need anything. I'm just drinking it black. You don't need milk, you don't need honey. I mean, you can certainly put sweetener in it, but really good by itself. I have to get some more of this at some point, but highly recommend this if you like a fruity black tea. And I would imagine this would be really good as an iced tea, kind of like blueberry jam is. You know, David's tea is blueberry jam. It's a black tea with like blueberry flavoring. Well, this is the same thing, only like raspberry. Excellent tea. So let me know if you've tried this one, if you've tried any of these teas, and I'll see you for the next one. Hi, tea loves. So this will be my last tea of the day. I'm about to do some bedtime yoga, and so I thought I would pick something kind of calming and relaxing to have while I do that. So a lot of times if I do yoga, I will have just water with it, and I have been drinking water all through the day. I have my my Yeti filled with water, but if I do yoga at night, a lot of times I like to have a nice herbal tea while I'm doing it, or right before I start or right after. And so before I begin the evening little yoga routine, I'm gonna have a cup of this Philanthro tea, organic chamomile spice tea. And this is a really, really beautiful cup of chamomile tea. If you like chamomile, for some reason these ingredients are really they go so nicely together, and there's such a nice mixture of each ingredient, so it tastes so perfect and balanced, and you can really get a sense of all the flavors in there, all of the ingredients. That is so wonderful. It's got a very natural sweetness from the licorice root, because there's some licorice root in there. So I will read the ingredients off very quickly. It's spiced chamomile, naturally caffeine free, and it contains chamomile, cinnamon, fennel, licorice root, and cloves, some of my favorite things. So chamomile spice, that is a delicious tea. I don't know if Philanthro tea is still available, if they still sell their teas. I really love their teas. They have a really good peppermint lavender tea as well. It's another really nice nighttime blend since it's naturally caffeine free and herbal. Let me know if you've ever tried them. And if not, if you can think of any comparable teas to share, feel free to drop those in the comments. I would love to hear your favorite nighttime herbal blends. I'm always looking for new nighttime teas, and I do really love Mother's Little Helper from David's Tea, but a lot of people think that's much too like pepperminty, like it's too strong and mint for them. And sometimes I love mint teas before bed, but sometimes I just really want something different and I want to change it up. So if you have any suggestions for herbal teas, definitely drop those in the comments, and I will see you for my next teas I drink in a day, and I will definitely see you for the next cup of tea. See you next time.